Karibu. Karibu is a Swahili word which means welcome. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to learn more about Project Tanzania Partnership and the 3 projects that we are supporting in Tanzania. You will come to know and appreciate the work of Sister Maria Carmen and Sister Vignesh, missionary sisters of Our Lady of Africa, who work in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. You will also come to know Dr. Once-More, who works in the village hospital that we have helped to support and provide guidance to. You'll also get to know and appreciate the visionary Charles, who developed the Kamachum Secondary School. You know, I've traveled to Tanzania for over 10 years, and the more I travel to Tanzania, I realize that we're not so different after all, particularly as you consider the basic needs that we all have for food, shelter, education, and healthcare. So I think today I'm asking you to go to that place of our common needs and to understand the potential work of Project Tanzania Partnership to offer what I consider to be life-transforming solutions for the people in the village. And as you come to know the important work of Project Tanzania Partnership, you will come to know how you can help share your humanity and your love with the people of Tanzania.
Personally and my friends, we have a dream of building a competitive society.
Those continents which made up the earth, there is one continent which do not support the life of the organisms. Who knows that?
We make sure that our children go to school, go to good schools. And now is when we came up with the idea of building a school. With government push and campaigns and whatever, we started the Kamachum schools.
Right now they have 8 classrooms and they're building 4 more classrooms. And to meet the government standard, they have to build a total of 16 classrooms.
We started the first batch, the Form 1, with around 36 students. Now they are in Form 2, and then government joined effort by putting another batch of around 160 students. That's how we started.
The government only plays a small part in providing some of the industrial materials, the roofing, but the community has to provide the bricks and the mortar and to actually build the building. You can see the shell of the classroom has been completed. But there are many things remaining to be done, including screening material and windows, desks, books. So even as classrooms go up, there are continuing needs that we are here to try to address. As we traveled to a nearby primary school in the same village, we found the needs to be significant, reflected in part by this makeshift classroom that you see. The school has over 300 children, and there are not enough classrooms to accommodate all of the students. So they created this makeshift classroom. Really hard to look at, especially when you consider that the village has a rainy season lasting for months. Not the best of learning environments, for sure.
Now taking the situation of the community we are in, now we are focusing more to the disadvantaged segment of our children, especially the girls. We have an idea, and that will be our priority to look on how we can house our daughters, the girls. And we think about putting up laboratories to see if they can have more time at school, because traditionally children, the ladies, are the one who do the homeworks, assisting their mothers, fetching water, preparing food, while the boys may be loitering around or playing. So we want to save our daughters by making sure that we put up the laboratories.
So part of what Charles's vision is here is to try to come up with some alternative income generating activities for individual families, and we're going to explore what those possibilities could be.
The school fees for a student in Tanzania is very minimal, I can say. It's $20. And a supported member of the community, a poor one, can manage even by putting a chicken there. You can raise 2 animals, milk goats, for nutrition, and selling the goat you can get $50. So the $50 can manage to buy the uniform, which is going at $15, and pay the school fees. So we want to make a sustainable way.
In recent past, coffee used to be the main cash crop for this area. And as a result of a decline in coffee prices, the residents, the people that live here in the village, no longer have the resources and the funds to even get by in their daily life. So even the notion of having to spend $20 to send your child for an education is a hardship on these families.
We aim at looking on the ways on how we can support members of the community to sustain themselves, to support themselves. We are looking on small projects on how we can assist our members of the community to have enough food, to have minimal income needed for school fees.
As we talked about at the school, how coffee is no longer a possibility. One area that is a possibility is the raising of cattle. Cattle can provide milk for an individual family. It can also produce milk that can be sold to others. And also from the manure of the cattle, it can be used as fertilizer, which actually helps to promote gardening and other efforts, the bananas, restoring the plantations so that the bananas can be sold at market. So in many ways this is a way for families to produce income, to earn a living, and again correspondingly someday maybe have this little one go to school someday and be part of the school that we're about to be building and helping. I guess I'd like people back home to realize what we're trying to do here, that this school in many ways is a catalyst for the entire community development of this area, where there are villages around the school, and we're even looking at the possibility of even a water tank actually being on the premises of the school that not only could provide water to the school but also to the surrounding village as well. So in many ways, this school is a catalyst for other activities that would upgrade the area and provide people really the basic necessities that they need and they don't have at this point.
This hostel by now is 80 years old. It was started by German people, later it handed over for Scandinavian countries, Germany, Sweden, and Denmark. This hostel is running profitable hospital with a bed capacity of 260, taking care of the curative and the preventive. On the preventive aspect, we are dealing more with the maternal, pregnant mothers and the under fives, and also we are doing vaccination, and now also we are dealing with the outreach services, where every week we usually go to the surrounding villages where we take care of the children and the pregnant mothers. Apart from taking their airs, also we are doing screening for the HIV for those pregnant mothers. Our main income of this hostel is usually patient fee. And the patient fee, they are contributing around 75%. The remaining 25% is supported by locally or internationally, while the government of Tanzania is contributing 20% of the running cost, especially on paying 1/3 of the workers. But the remaining 2/3, they usually depend on the income of the hostel to pay their salaries. And these ones, with the economy of the area where we are working, being in rural areas, very few people are managed to come to our hospital. And on those aspects, with the decreased income of our areas, which is as a result of the financial crisis, particularly on the cash crop, which is coffee, which the price of coffee is decreasing now and then every year. As a result, our customer have no other source of income. They will depend on the staple food for them to eat themselves, other to sell. Of interest is those pregnant mothers and the under fives. Pregnant mothers at currently they are paying 15,000 Tanzania shillings as a flat rate, respective how many days, how many treatment you are given, and what kind of services they will pay flat rate. But with this 15,000, few they are managed to pay this 15,000. As a result, other opt to go to deliver in the villages, which is causing them more problems. Or if they usually refer them, they usually come at them at the late stage, where either they can lose their life or they can lose the life of their babies. We still need support to run this institution, because everybody is more concerned regarding what we are getting care, and if there is no any support, we are worried that with the repetition of more than 80 years, things can fall apart. Now we are looking for support, locally and internationally. And the support should be material, moral, and financial support.
This center is Salome Center, Learning Center. It was started in 2006. 2006 it started, 2005 I think, 2005, and we started with the sewing class after the women discovering the needs of the girls around here. So we have the sewing class, and we started with 12 girls, of which 9 have just graduated. And then we started with the literacy class with 8 women, and now we have about 15, 17 women and boys also. We try to foresee each one's needs according to the girls. If it is a capital they need in terms of finance, we try to see how we can go about it together by coming to an agreement with the parents and the girls in the center. We offer a bit of a loan, a kind of loan. And then also for those who express their need in terms of machines, we buy for them machines so that they have a starting point. Here in the center we receive different people with different religions. We have Muslims, we have Lutherans, so it's a mixture, and we have seen that by doing that we have improved the relations. From here they go back to their homes and they are carrying that good spirit of relating to one another well. And also because the majority here, 80% of the population in this area are Muslims. So we have many students who are Muslims, and we go well along, we relate on a daily basis, we do things together like big feasts. They have their Eid, we celebrate together. We have our Christmas, we celebrate together, and many other things we do together. What we would like to see is the center continuing and the projects here to continue running, because we see it is a very big help to the community around. Therefore, we don't like to stop in the middle. So if in that sense we keep running, and to keep running we need support, we need different kinds of help, support, finance, we need personnel, volunteers, all those things to support us in every way that we can, so that we continue to give this service to the people, and then that each one of us feels loved and dignified as a human being.
That's great.
Koto makaisiki, wo wa wo kanaga.